what was the lesson, the deepest lesson that you learned on this dark place? If you can put it into some cohesive kind of, you know, the one thing that you got out of there, or many things, whatever you want to, however deep you want to go.
Yeah. One of the biggest lessons, you actually already touched on it, right? Is that there are no saviors. There's nobody coming here to save us. So the realization that each individual human being has a moral obligation and duty to activate during this time and take action. That was one of the biggest lessons and the activator for me that lit the fire under my ass to start doing this work. It was about 2 years of gathering information, understanding it, processing it, and about 2 years that I was choosing escapism versus right action. I wanted to homestead. I wanted to escape, quote unquote, the matrix and go up into the mountains and, have my farmstead and do my thing and just kind of be passive on what is going on in the world. And that's not the correct action, right? When you understand that we are at war and that our individual energy that we are putting out into the environment has an effect. This is how we're going to create change. There are no white hats out there that are secretly working in government to rescue us. There are no saviors, so to say, as the cultural religionists want to say, that are going to come down. There are no beings that are the Pleiades or any type of other beings that are going to come down and save us. It is up to us, and it's up to each individual to take some form or fashion, some type of action in this endeavor of evolution and freedom. Because like I say in my work, freedom is the meaning of life. If you don't have freedom, then you cannot evolve spiritually, in consciousness, for the soul, for our dharma, our soul path, our purpose, right? Everyone's purpose can be individual. The macro lesson that we are here to learn as individuals, you cannot accomplish that if you're not in a state of freedom, if you're under constant duress, coercion, violence, and slavery. So this is why that category is so important. So understanding the moral obligation that I myself need to take action, and then learning how to do that, right? It's one thing having that realization. It's another thing actualizing it. So again, learning this process of truth discovery, gathering the information, processing it, and then putting it into play, putting it into action, which is also known as the trivium method, right? So this is something that I touch on, and it was another big lesson for me. Within those 2 years that I was stagnant, I had to learn, how do we get a message out in modern times, right? This is not 500 years ago where we could write letters and send them out, and that would be considered being literate and spreading a message. This is 2024. Getting a message out to the minds of humanity is done on the digital battlefield. What we are doing right here, right? This is what it's about. Of course, talking to your family and friends, going out onto the street and interacting with people. Sure, that can be done. There's a lot of growth there, to learn to practice your rhetoric, but that's not the amplification of energy that we could be utilizing. So it's done through learning and understanding the tech. These are the tools. This is what technology is, right? The technos logi, the tools that we can utilize our logic and our creative expression and spread a message of true freedom, sovereignty, morality, and nature, and educate people and inspire people.